Hello, everyone. How you guys doing? So, question for both Chris and Andy. I wanted to know, when you guys sparred, what do you guys remember from that session?
Well, just that we're both warriors, man. We don't like to give up. We take punches, we receive them, and we give them back, you know. And I have nothing but love with Chris Arreola. You know, we're friends outside of the ring, but inside the ring, you know, is business. And, you know, like to this day, I'll give him a hug and be like, bro, we're about to fight. And, you know, we're going to, you know, we got to secure the bag. That's what it is.
Yeah. One thing that I remember, like, about Andy is that he was very unassuming. I didn't think that he was going to have the hand speed that he had. I didn't think that he was going to have the skills that he had. And once we got in the ring, holy fuck, did I have a rude awakening. You know, this kid that came from Mexicali put hands on me. You know, he was putting hands on me, and I was putting hands on him back. And even though he was 17 years old, I remember that we're banging hard. And instead of quitting, he kept coming. And it was a fun sparring session. I remember that very much. And I had nothing but respect for him then, and I have nothing but respect for him now. And I was one of those guys that predict that he was going to beat Joshua the first time.
All right, excellent. Thanks very much, Ellie. Our next question is going to come from Ernesto Amador. Ernesto, please unmute yourself and you can ask your question.
Thank you. Let me start with Chris, please. Chris, if you can answer in English and Spanish, please. You shocked the world with your last performance, and it was great to watch your fight because you throw a lot of punches, and I agree with you. At least you deserve a draw. What is the meaning for you to have this emotional fight? I mean, and how is the feeling now that you're going to fight against the one Mexicans who conquered the thing that you dreamed all your career?
You know what? And in all honesty, I knew that me and Andy one day were going to fight since the first day we sparred. And this is just basically, it was meant to be. This fight between me and Andy was meant to be, eventually. Yo me acuerdo de la primera vez que hicimos sparring, yo y Andy, y yo dije que un día de estos nos vamos a enfrentar. Pero cuando nos enfrentaríamos va a ser por una bolsa, por una buena bolsa, porque él tenía la rapidez, tenía la combinación, tenía el corazón que se necesita para ser un campeón. Yo sabía que un día de estos íbamos a pelear y aquí estamos, el 1 de mayo vamos a tener una guerra.
Muy bien, ahora para Andy y para Eddie, con el gusto de saludarlos a todos. Andy, Eddie, la pregunta es esta. Dice Andy que estuvo deprimido, dice que pasó momentos complicados, pero eso me parece que lo hace un peleador muy peligroso. ¿Qué va a hacer Eddie Reynoso para sacar ese sentimiento, de sacarlo de la depresión y llevarlo a ser un hombre peligrosísimo? ¿Y qué has hecho tú, Andy, para cambiar ese sentimiento de estar deprimido, de saber que fallaste, para convertirlo nuevamente en recuperar el ojo de tigre? El eye of the tiger.
Pues es la disciplina y como tú dices, no se puede jugar boxeo. Por eso aquí andamos en chinga, entrenando duro. Yo no me quiero... yo no quiero perder otra vez y haciendo las cosas que no estaba haciendo bien, pero ahora que ando disciplinado, que ando haciendo las cosas bien aquí con el Eri, pues me siento bien, pues bien feliz, me siento bien fuerte. Estoy listo para el mayo 1 y si Dios quiere vamos a agarrar esta victoria.
Gracias, Andy. Eddie, ¿cómo conviertes ese sentimiento de Andy en un hombre muy peligroso en el ring?
Mira, antes que nada quiero decirles que Andy está haciendo un gran campamento. Todos los que decían que era un boxeador indisciplinado, la verdad, para nada. Aquí está trabajando bastante fuerte, le está echando mucha disciplina a cada uno de los entrenamientos, en lo físico, en lo técnico. Está muy enfocado, está muy emocionado con volver a ser otro boxeador y créanme lo que 1 de mayo van a ver a otro Andy Ruiz totalmente distinto y pues como te digo, reiterarle que lo felicito porque ha mostrado mucha disciplina en este campamento.
So I'm going to translate Eddie's response. Ernesto, do you want to go ahead and let the viewers know what you asked Eddie Reynoso? Oh, he's,
Ray, sorry, I moved. Yeah, if you want to go ahead and translate his
yeah,
response.
I just wanted to go ahead. What Ernesto asked is, how has Andy Ruiz been in camp, and what does he see differently? Eddie Reynoso stated Andy is strong. He has this tremendous amount of focus. This has been a great camp, and we are doing some great work. And as I mentioned, I congratulate Andy for his effort, his dedication to training and what he's done. And I do believe that on May 1st, you are going to see a totally different and much more improved Andy Ruiz Jr.
All right, excellent. Thanks, Ray. Our next question is going to come. Bear with me here. We're going to go with Mark Lellenwalla from Sporting News. Mark, you can go ahead and unmute yourself and ask your question. Mark, if you can hear me, please remember to unmute yourself.
Come on, Mark, I'm hungry.
All right, we'll move on to the next question. Our next one will come from Carlos Toro with Fightful and Fight Game Media. Carlos, please unmute yourself and ask your question.
Everybody, thanks so much for taking time to talk to us. Andy, first question. When you first linked up with Eddie Reynoso and you guys sat down and tried to see what can you guys work on, was it to try and become the same Andy Ruiz that beat Anthony Joshua at Madison Square Garden and sort of build upon that, or was it to sort of become a new version, a new Andy Ruiz, a different fighter that we kind of have seen previously?
You know what? When we first met up, it was like, all right, what do you want, dude? Like, what are we gonna do? Are you gonna be the same fighter like you were before, or are you gonna take it to the next level like I'm doing with the other fighters? So I was like, you know what, Eddie? I want to do whatever it takes for me to become a two-time heavyweight champion of the world. And you know what? And that's when I made my decision. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna give all the discipline that I have, every sacrifice that I have to do to prove myself and prove to all my fans, because I feel I let a lot of people down. And like I said, I'm more motivated than ever, and having Eddie right here on my side, working together, changing all the stuff that I didn't do on my last fight or ever, it just feels good.
A quick question for Chris. You mentioned that you were in great shape for the Adam Konofsky fight, and we all know about the great punch out, but do you believe that kind of work rate, that level of activity, is something that you also kind of have to replicate for this Andy Ruiz fight, or do you think that it's a different game, a different style that you need for a fighter like Andy?
Personally, I know it's a different style. I know that I have to come with a different game plan. At the end of the day, we're gonna fight. At the end of the day, we're gonna have some kind of a rock'em sock'em moment. But the thing is, we have to be smart, man. Andy has that hand speed that Kaunaki did not. Kaunaki is a strong man, but he's not a fast man. Andy has those hand speeds that if you don't bring your hands back, you're gonna get caught. And I've been on that receiving end of getting caught with someone like Romain Stavern. I got caught with a shot that I didn't see coming, and I don't want that happening against Andy, because Andy, I think, has a bigger punching power than Stavern has.